Hey, Dru.
Hey, Melanie. How's it going?
I'm pretty good. Welcome to 938 Now. You know, Dru, I watched the video for Distant Memory, which we all just heard. Great vocals. You play the boyfriend in the video and the girlfriend too, and that's you in a dress with a wig and heavy makeup. Now, it's important. It's important to know that you weren't mocking or making fun of others or with different gender orientations, but really, what did you notice about yourself as a woman? Do you have nice legs, for instance?
I've got hairy legs. The thing is, essentially the message that I wanted to get across was that if you're hurting the other person in a relationship, you're hurting yourself as well, you know, in a way. So the pain that you inflict upon someone else is really just a reflection of what you feel towards yourself. Also, I wanted to have a shout out to the LGBTQ community and say, hey, you know, want to express different sides of yourself. You want to be who you are. And when people come to a Dru Chen show, you know, all I'm going to give out is love and acceptance to everybody. And that was just a sort of shout out to that community. Yeah.
Okay, so it's a two-pronged kind of intention in that video. But did you understand maybe women a little bit better by literally walking in our shoes?
Did I understand? No, I can't say that I no. But wow, those false eyelashes, that is a real pain, I tell you.
But Dru, you're pretty, you know.
Oh, well, thank you very much.
You're a pretty lady. Oh, thank you. I'll take that. Now, who came up with the idea, though? It's a great marketing tool.
It was the wonderful brainchild of the one and only Leonard Susay, who directed this film clip.
He's so multi-talented. He's a music producer and he's a director as well, you know, along with many, many other talents that he has. Now, let's talk about Distant Memory. I think of Motown greats like Smokey Robinson when I listen to you. When did you discover that you had the voice? Because you started out as a guitarist in a band, didn't you, in Australia when you were a teenager? Why weren't you the singer to begin with?
That's a very, very good question. Firstly, thank you so much. Smokey Robinson is one of my all-time heroes, of course. Wonderful poet, wonderful falsetto singer, incredible. I guess singing came rather late. You know, I was a guitarist first. And when I started putting my bands together and all that, I was always having issues trying to find a singer. Or this person's got this ego problem and this and that. You know, the whole stereotypical singer thing. And not that... you know, I haven't been affected myself, but I just thought to myself, oh, why don't I just step up to the microphone and give it a shot? You know, what's the worst that can happen? You know, hopefully I don't have to dodge too many rotten tomatoes or anything on stage. Yeah.
So it really was something innate that you had, and the moment you stepped up to the plate, that voice just belted out from you, from within you. That's amazing. Not
at first. It took a long time for me to hone that. Matter of fact, if I can go into it a little bit more, I actually lost my singing voice for a couple of months, right at the very start of this album process, and it was painful. It was rather depressing, and I had to learn how to do it properly, you know, all over again. So yeah, it took quite a number of years.
Okay. So sometimes you have to break it in order and bring it back together again to make it better sometimes.
Just like love and relationships, right?
There you go. We'll be talking about that in just a while. The songs on your upcoming album Mirror Work are inspired by heartbreak and insecurity and the like, and also rising from the ashes. Now, it's been said that the best songs come from the most emotionally tortured people. Do you agree?
Well, I've got to say that, yes, I do have to channel and dig deep into that part of my psyche, my experience. But generally, I'm a rather upbeat guy, you know. So even the worst situations, the tunes do end up pretty groovy, in my opinion. Yeah.
Now, you know, you're happily attached right now. I got that from your Facebook page. But in this album, it is inspired by heartbreak. So past love interests of yours will listen to the album and go, you know, this guy did a Taylor Swift. He wrote about me. Is that true?
Oh, you know what? To be perfectly honest, I am very good friends with all of my exes, and I make it a point to make sure that everything is complete, you know. So they're kind of like I have almost like a sibling kind of a relationship with, a number of my exes these days. So, yeah, I think it can be done. You can be friends afterwards.
Okay, all right. You're one of the people who manages to do that, because most of the time some people just want a clean break. Memories are too much. Okay, but now you're engaged to be married. Am I right?
Oh, yes, I am.
You thanked your fiancé on Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so, how is that going? How are you going? Are you going to is it because you want to get married first and then release your album next June? Or is that how it's timed?
Not necessarily. I think of it as two separate things. I mean, we go along this journey of life in tandem, really wonderfully, and everything will happen at its natural pace. So I don't think they're connected in that sense. No.
Is she Singaporean? What does she do?
She is. She's Singaporean, and get this. Her name's Mel as well. Not Melanie, but
Melissa, Melinda, Melody.
Melissa, that's the one. So, but it's Mel to us, right? So that's a wonderful name, You
know what? I agree completely, Dru, completely. So, Dru, actually, I wanted to know, why travel to 3 different continents? I mean, one of them being, of course, here, to complete your album. What do these other countries have that, was lacking, if I can use that word, in Singapore's music production scene? There's Leonard Susay, there are others as well. Why did you have to travel so far?
Oh, look, it never ever came from a place of, this country is lacking anything. It's just the idiosyncrasies and the experiences, the cultures from different places. The first stop for me was the United States, and most of my musical upbringing was listening to a lot of black soul music, African American origin soul music, and I wanted to go there and experience it for myself. And I ended up, being able to collaborate with a lot of incredible artists. There's a mid-90s band called Fishbone, and one of the founding members, Chris Dowd, I worked with him quite a bit. Just to get connected, one of my heroes, Sly Stone, his daughter, Novena, she's a wonderful friend and such a talented soul, and she worked with me a little bit as well, and it was just a very wide-ranging experience just to go there, eat some soul food, make some soul music. It's I can't explain it. It's something that one has to see, to truly get deeper into it.
I guess it's the human connection and the musical connections, and Sly and the family Stone connection as well. That's why you had to travel far and wide to be with these people. Okay.
Goodness, yeah.
Congratulations on getting signed to Warner Music.
Oh, thank you so much.
Ed Sheeran and Dua Lipa are your colleagues now. So what are the benefits of being with a major label, compared with going independent? I guess for one, in my layperson's knowledge, I suppose they can promote your music overseas better.
Oh, wow. Oh, my goodness. I have to say just a massive shout out to my manager, Lynette, over at Warner. It has been tremendous. It's been the most organized, professional experience. Now, for myself personally, it's almost like I have 3 layers of quality control. I have myself, and then I have my management, my immediate management, the Black East, which is an agency management team, and then on top of that, there's the Warner side of things, and it's just incredible. Again, shout out to Simon as well from Warner. They just gave me some really great guidance. So it really boils down to quality control. That's what I feel, and that kind of infrastructure.
Yeah, I know Simon and Lynette, and they've been passionate about music for more than 20 years already. So you really are in good professional company.
Yeah, very lucky.
You're very lucky. Your debut album will be available to all of us in about 10 months from now, June 2019. What will you be doing during that time? Touring, I'm sure.
I hope so, yes. It's been a labor of love. It's really been a life journey for me, just detailing that early to mid-20s part of my life, doing the album. So I just want it to be, I hope for it to be received with open ears and open hearts, because I'm going to put out some music that's going to challenge people who are kind of used to listening to, I guess, what you can consider mainstream radio right now, mainstream pop music. It's a bit different. Yeah.
So would Distant Memory be the more mainstream of the rest on your album?
It's just the catchiest. It's the simplest.
Yeah.
But the rest of it will have its ups and downs, in terms of mood and feeling. And there's some quiet bits, so don't be afraid to turn it up and just let the music envelop your being.
All right, turn it up and let it loose. Thank you so much, Dru, for being with us on The Scene on 938 Now.
My absolute pleasure, Melanie. Thank you so much.
You're welcome, and all the best, and for now and for next year as well, when you finally launch it, Mirror Work.
Thank you. Take care.
Okay, you too. That one, everyone, was Dru Chen, local soul pop singer. His fabulous and so very catchy new single, Distant Memory, is now out. Go to druchen.net. That's DRUCHEN.net and support local music. For 938 Now, I'm Melanie Oliveiro.